I haven't heard anything about it. So yeah, I'll still talk about it, but
Um, yeah, so it was on Spike from 11 to 4 Central, so that would have been 10 to 3 Mountain Time
okay.
on
Let me see if I
Spike.
can pull up a news article really quick on it.
Um, they talked about the Halo Combat Evolved remake and also
Oh yeah,
Halo
I heard
4.
that. Did
Yeah,
you
they
say Halo 4?
Halo 4
Holy shit.
kicking off a new trilogy.
Oh, that's gonna be cool.
Yeah. Let's see here. They also had Peter Molyneux on talking about a new Fable that's going to be a blend using controller and the Kinect.
Oh, nice.
In the opening bit, you see Teresa running around, running away from something, and when I saw that, I was like, Teresa's running away from something? That can't be good.
Shit's about to hit the fan.
Yeah. And they also showcased some Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3.
Oh yeah, I heard about that. That's gonna be cool. And didn't Nintendo revealed a new console, I heard.
Oh yeah, the Project Cafe.
Yeah. It's supposed to be like the Wii 2 or something like that.
Yeah, HD capable
Oh, that's gonna be nice.
and there are rumors flying around, but nothing concrete,
Nice.
saying that it's going to be compatible with the DS and 3DS. But I don't know. I don't
I
know.
could see that. Because they did that thing a while ago with that Legend of Zelda Four Swords,
Oh yeah, yeah,
the GameCube, and you could plug your
yeah.
Game Boy
Put
Advance into it and
yeah.
use that as a controller.
Um, I saw this on an article on RacketBoy.com where you could like split one GameCube onto like four different GameCubes and hook up like five different TVs and like play Four Swords Adventures using nothing but GameCube controllers, and it'll be like spanned across these four screens, and the
Uh,
main screen will be like uh, the main game. Well, actually,
nice.
it'll all be the main game, but the fifth screen would show what happens when all the players are doing their things.
That's cool.
So yeah, Halo 4. Uh,
Yeah. Oh, that's
that's gonna be sick.
yeah. Well, because you saw the video after the credits in Halo 3
Yeah,
when you do it on Legendary.
yeah. Um, I never played the game on Legendary, but I have seen the
Uh,
video. Letting the audience know.
yeah. It took me, I think it took me like at least 2 years after Halo 3 came out, and me and my brother finally got through Halo 3 on Legendary. Because we just never had time to actually sit down and play through it
Yeah,
together.
and that teaser was pretty interesting. Cortana wakes him up, and shit happens.
Well, it was just the ship floating towards like some planet where you could clearly see there was some kind of like city structure or whatever on
Yeah,
the surface.
yeah.
And then it just cut to black right there. It's like, what the fuck was that?
And we thought the Flood were bad.
Yeah. It's like, oh god damn it, we're gonna have to fight something else next time. It never ends.
No.
It's like the chief finally beats the Covenant and the Flood and destroys like the main Halo, uh, the Ark.
Yeah,
He's like gets in the ship and
Yeah.
of course, he doesn't make it back to Earth, and so Cortana puts him in the cryo sleep, and it's like, okay, well, Piney's gonna be able to like get some rest or whatever, and until he's needed next. But that's like, well, of course, now he's floating towards some planet that has
Hard.
some kind of structure on the surface.
Yeah.
Shit's about to hit the fan.
Yeah.
He
Hard.
never gets any rest.
It's hard to say how long he was in cryosleep for, though.
Yeah, that's true.
Could have been
It could be like hundreds of years later,
or
and the ship
uh,
finally got close to some planet.
or it could have been a couple of years later,
Yeah,
a couple of days.
I think they should just make like a funny little video just to add on to like a special edition DVD for Halo 4 where it's like Master Chief's day off. It's basically just like him and like Cortana and the Arbiter and Johnson or something like that. That they're just like doing what normal people do, like they're going to a beach and on vacation or something like that.
Yep. By Rooster Teeth.
Yeah, that would be hilarious. Those guys could definitely pull it off.
Yeah.
That would be awesome.
Oh yeah. And all the Kinect games that are going to be coming out. Oh my god.
Yeah.
I managed to record all of the coverage, the E3 coverage today, from all that time.
Do you have it all recorded on your computer?
No, I have it recorded on the DVR. So
Oh,
I
so
gotta.
just plug your capture card into the DVR and
Yeah.
just capture everything. What
Yeah.
I think would be kind of cool is as we're talking about this, kind of edit in video from what you watched.
Yeah.
So like whatever we're talking about, you can edit in like actual video from the E3 thing.
Yeah.
That'd be kind of cool.
Yeah. Let's see here. Yeah, like I said, they were talking about. They were showcasing Modern Warfare 3. At first, they showed a second half of this battle in New York, and
Yeah, because I played Modern Warfare 2. Like, funny thing happened is I went into back when there was still such a thing as Game Crazy. I don't know if they still have them anymore,
crazy.
but it was Hollywood Video's version of like
Yeah.
GameStop.
Yeah.
And Hollywood Video pretty much went out. of
Yeah,
business.
I've been into a Game Crazy.
I don't know if they're still around because like the ones all around my area they don't exist anymore.
I've
But,
been
yeah.
into one. It wasn't. I didn't think it was that savory of a place, but then really none of them are.
Yeah. Yeah, like I went in there and it was when Modern Warfare 2 was coming out, or it was like a couple weeks before, and the guy was like, "Yeah, you want to pre-order any games?" I was like, "Well, Modern Warfare 2 looks pretty cool," and he's like, "Yeah, that game's like really really cool," and like I played a demo of it or whatever, and I was like, "Well, I've never played any Call of Duty games before." He's like, "Oh, this is the perfect one to get into. You can just get this and you'll be like, it'll be perfect." And so I got it, and I started playing it, and like all this shit's happened. I was like, "What the fuck is going on? I don't know what's going on here." And then I finally figured out, I was like, "Oh, well, you have to play Modern Warfare 1 to figure out what's going on in Modern Warfare 2, figure out who all these characters are and all this stuff." And it's like,
Yeah.
well,
Okay.
too late for that now. And so, like, I played through Modern Warfare 2, and it's an awesome game. And so after I beat that, and like you see the last video scene or whatever, and it's like, all right, I think I could get into this. This is a pretty cool game because,
Yeah.
like I said, it was the very first Call of Duty game I've ever played.
Yeah.
So
Then after the Xbox conference, or the Microsoft conference, I should say, the Game Trailers TV special had the first part of that particular mission. Like I said, it was set in New York. Buildings were on fire. Chrysler Building was getting hit, and that was. It was very strange to see New York being turned into a battlefield
yeah,
but
well,
in the same token, not really.
well, yeah, like lately I've just been playing a lot of Crisis 2.
Yeah.
That takes place in New York City,
Hmm.
and so it's basically New York City, like after it's been like a battle's been fought there and
Yeah.
still being fought there, and so that'd be kind of cool to play that.
Yeah.
Play Modern Warfare 3. What I was just gonna say, when you said Xbox, my Kinect sensor picked up your voice saying Xbox, and then activated the voice controls on my screen. Like you started talking, I just hear like a beeping noise coming from my TV, and I look over and it's like saying stuff like "say connect" or whatever. Oh, now it's activating Connect. That's nice.
Unplug it.
Yeah.
They briefly mentioned Bioshock Infinity, and
I can't wait for that game.
I guess the creators of that game are also in the process of developing another game called Rapture, or is
Okay.
that part of Bioshock also?
Well, Rapture is the name of the city that you're in during the first two Bioshock games.
Ah,
The whole underwater city is called Rapture.
ah,
So
okay.
I'm wondering what this is gonna be. It'd be
Um,
cool if it'd be like maybe some kind of a prequel to the first Bioshock, to where it basically shows like when the whole like kind of war.
yeah. I I wasn't really. I didn't really understand it, so
Yeah, you probably have to.
play the
Have you played?
games.
You haven't played Bioshock, have you?
Nope. No, I haven't.
That might be on Games on Demand. I don't know. Yeah,
Um,
that's. I think Bioshock was. It's probably still in my top. The whole Bioshock series is probably in my top five favorite game series.
hmm.
Of course, most of those games are all Xbox 360 games.
And I guess Mass Effect 3 and
I
Gears
was
of War
just gonna
3.
ask about Mass Effect 3.
Um, they're gonna implement the Kinect so that you can say whatever option that you want for the wheel, the decision wheel. You
Oh,
can use your voice to pick out whatever you want, and
so it'll basically be like you're actually having a conversation with the characters on screen.
yeah. And not only
That's
that, but
cool.
you can command your squad to do whatever.
Nice.
And see, I forgot what else there was, but I think there might have been more to it. Like you can actually, there was another game. I think it was Tom Clancy's Ghost Recon Future Soldier. Um,
Okay.
you you will have the ability to design your own weapon, and the Kinect really comes into play with this. You can use your voice to simply uh, refine the weapon to however you want it, or you can customize it using your hands or or if you wanted to a controller. But I
Oh,
thought the whole voice thing to refine it was pretty neat, but using your hands to swap out different pieces was interesting.
yeah. I'm really excited to see like all the stuff that third-party developers are going to be doing, like to implement the Kinect into their games,
Yeah,
especially like bigger games like Mass Effect, like the AAA titles and stuff
yeah,
like that.
yeah.
Just because right now all the like the launch titles and stuff that came out with Kinect, they're just like the kind of crappy stuff, even like the stuff that came
Kind
out with
of
Wii.
they're prototype games.
Yeah, basically just showing off like some of the stuff that it can do.
Yeah,
And
like
what's really cool is when Microsoft made the Kinect, they made it like to where people like they didn't have to like crack codes to get into it.
yeah,
They made it to where it was totally open source, to where anyone who knew anything about like coding and stuff, they could get into it and create different uses for it to kind of show off like different things they could do. Like there was that one video of the guy where he had it hooked up to his computer, and he was using it as a webcam, but it was creating a 3D model of him sitting in front of his computer in his room.
oh, that's cool.
And like I was watching, I was like, this thing that was $150 is able to do something like that, to where it's basically like motion capture.
It's worth it.
Like an actual motion capture studio is like tens of thousands of dollars.
It's
But you get
worth
this
it.
little thing that's like $150 and it's doing stuff that it's not quite as high quality as an actual mocap studio, but
Right.
it's still pretty powerful for what it's doing.
Yeah. I'd like to get myself one, but like you said, it's
Yeah,
$150. But I,
yeah. I wait until some of these games are coming out here in the next year or two or whatever to like
yeah,
actually see how all this stuff is going to work and then go from there.
yeah, like I was thinking maybe checking out Amazon later and seeing how much one would cost used.
Yeah,
Yeah, they're coming down. They're coming down
yeah,
used.
yeah. Because I know a lot of people bought them like the first day or first week or whatever that it came out. And they were like, okay, well, this isn't as cool as I thought it was. I'll just sell it because they need the money.
Yeah,
Like, I was just going to hold on to something that they're not going to use. And so they basically knock a couple bucks off or whatever and sell it. And then, like, just the stuff keeps going on like that. And so you'll be able to find, like, barely used connects for
yeah,
pretty cheap.
yeah,
So, yeah, just keep your eye out.
yeah. Um, let's see here. New Fable. Um, like I said in the intro of the video, or in the intro of the demo, we saw Teresa running away from something. Then she comes across this guy in a horse and buggy, and then we get to see gameplay, and we see this guy acting out as if he was controlling the horse, like steering the horse and slowing the horse down, making it go faster. That was pretty cool. And then uh, gets out of the buggy and does all these different magic attacks. And I think the last one made this big electrical spear or something and flung it at one of those little imp things.
Oh, cool.
uh,
I still have to beat Fable 2. I
I,
still haven't beat that game. And I got it on they did that episodic thing for the games on demand, and I have all the episodes. I just
you just haven't gotten around to beating it yet.
Yeah, well, I have so many other games that I never actually finished
Yeah,
beating.
me too.
So
I, I just beat the original Mass Effect a couple of weeks ago, I think,
yeah,
and I started playing a second round, New Game Plus.
yeah, I'm going through. I think I don't know. It's probably just my third playthrough of Mass Effect 2, but it's after I got all the DLC,
Yeah,
and so I'm actually going through and completing the DLC. Which some of those DLC you could almost make a full game just from that.
wow.
Like the Project Overmind or Overlord or whatever it was called.
Hmm.
That one, like there's a bunch of different stuff that you had to do to like get to the end of the DLC, and
Yeah,
there are ways that you could easily like add in different stuff into there to basically extend it like a few more hours, and you could make your whole like a whole another game just that. But it was cool that like they were able to do that as a DLC, just something that big.
oh, yeah. And, they also announced YouTube coming to Xbox Live.
Oh, nice.
Um, they're getting live TV. So,
So it's basically like, are you gonna be able to plug it into like your cable or something like that?
I'm
Or are you
not.
just gonna be able to buy like a cable plan from some?
I'm not sure how that's gonna work.
Because I know it'll probably have to be based on the like the service provider in your area. Like I have
Yeah,
Comcast here, and like
and I've
south
got
they have,
DirecTV.
yeah, and like they have down south in like Texas and Arizona and stuff. They have
Yeah,
like Time Warner Cable, and
yeah. Um,
things are licensed to certain like providers and
yeah. They're also gonna get Minecraft.
Minecraft. That's
Yeah,
not
I
Minecraft on Xbox Live.
I've actually played just like maybe 3 minutes of Minecraft, and it didn't change my mind about playing it.
Yeah.
I do not like it.
Well, it kind of looked like I don't know, kind of like someone took.
Legos.
Like I was gonna say, that game Second Life.
Second,
Like they took that and kind of mixed it with Doom graphics,
or Legos.
original Doom, yeah, and Legos and stuff like that, to where it's just I don't know. I'm
Yeah, I
still trying to figure out how that took off and how like it got really big.
I can't figure it out myself. Just it just doesn't appeal to me.
Yeah.
But yeah, they're getting YouTube. They're getting a whole bunch of stuff. One thing that popped in mind was UFC. They're getting like a UFC deal, and
Oh, or
apparently,
when there's an actual UFC fight, they'll be able to like broadcast that on Xbox Live.
yeah, and when you can participate by calling fights, like who's gonna win, how, and
So it's almost like you're actually betting on
yeah,
the fight.
yeah,
That's cool.
yeah.
I know my brother's roommates. They'll really get into that because they're all big UFC fans.
I It's been a long time since I watched the UFC. I don't think I'll know anybody anymore.
Yeah. I just pulled up an article on the website. I guess Mass Effect 3 is going to have a N7 Collector's Edition.
Yep.
I don't know what it is, but I'm probably going to definitely have to get it.
Um,
Oh,
I'll
it's got, let's see.
I hate to say it, but if I'm gonna get either Mass Effect 2 or Mass Effect 3, I'm probably gonna get them on the PS3 for
I,
convenience sake.
yeah. Well, I definitely know that. Like, I saw a side-by-side comparison of Mass Effect 2 on both 360 and on the PS3.
Graphic wise, probably no different from each other. But
No, it looks a lot better on the PS3, I have to say.
mm,
Like, I'm a big
but
360 fanboy, I'll admit it, but I'll give the PS3 props that Mass Effect does look a lot better. And I'm not one of those guys who's like, oh, the PS3 is getting Mass Effect 3, I'm mad about that. And like, also, I'm like, that's awesome. Now all these PS3 owners are going to be able to experience
yeah,
Mass Effect.
and isn't there like a comic or something for the PS3 that you can like relive the original without that?
Yeah, 'cause they didn't make the first Mass Effect for the
Yeah,
PS3. And so for PS3 owners, when they buy Mass Effect 2, the whole beginning, it's like a kind of motion comic kind of thing.
yeah.
Basically walks them through the events of Mass Effect 1 so that they basically know what's happening in Mass Effect 2.
Yeah,
And
and the decisions that you make in the motion comic will reflect in the second game.
yeah. And then, of course, the cool thing is then all those decisions from
Will
and
transfer over to the third
yeah,
game.
yeah. It's
And if you don't survive at the end of the game, then new game.
what's really funny though is it's actually pretty hard to not survive the end of Mass Effect 2.
Yeah, I was
Like
just
you
gonna
have to
ask
actively,
about that.
you actually have to actively try and not survive. Like
That's
I've
funny.
tried to do it a couple times, and I like still because I guess what has to happen is um, basically everyone in your team that you put together has to die, and then you die because if you have I think one or more, it's either one or more or two or more people, then you'll survive.
Oh, that's
But
cool.
then you'll still have like all these dead teammates.
Think Martin Sheen will come back in the third, or is he dead by the end of the second?
I can see him coming back because like I was actually over at my brother's house last night because I have a big Sunday night dinner. We were talking about Mass Effect 3 because one of my friends and his brother they were asking me about it, and I was like, "Well, I saw the trailer of it, and it's that trailer, the
Yeah.
teaser trailer
Yeah.
where it's just that one guy in like the church. He's like kind of monologuing for a while. And he like shoots a sniper out the window or whatever. And then you
And
see the
yeah, it's set in England, London, right?
yeah, like
And the whole city's surrounded by reapers.
yeah, the camera pulls out from him like in the window of the church, and he's like, "Commander Shepard, better hurry up" or something like that. And you
Yeah.
just see like all these Reaper ships landing. And actually, it was kind of cool because I was able to really quickly pull it up on my phone and show those guys the trailer. And they're like, "So what do you think's gonna happen? What do you think's gonna happen in Mass Effect 3?" So my
We're
prediction, I'm gonna say it right now. My prediction is Commander Shepard. Like since in Mass Effect 2 you have to go around recruiting people to go on the suicide mission. So my prediction is for Mass Effect 3, Commander Shepard's going to have to go around recruiting entire species to fight the war against the Reapers. And so I don't know if he's going to like go up to whoever's in charge of like the president of like the Asari or
yeah.
whoever, like on their home world or something, have to like do like loyalty missions for them to show them that they actually mean that they need their help or whatever.
Yeah. I wonder if a really big EMP would work.
I don't know. I don't know if they could make an EMP that big. I don't know if did you watch a walkthrough of Mass Effect 2?
I was starting to, but I kinda stopped because I really want to play it.
Oh, so you haven't seen the video after the credits?
No.
Okay, yeah, I'm not gonna tell you anything about that.
Alright, good.
That'll definitely
No spoilers.
yeah, that'll definitely change your opinion.
Maybe a few.
Yeah.
Okay, so next game. Gears of War 3. The Return of Bender.
Yeah. John DiMaggio, that's...
Have you ever seen the guy? What he looks
Yeah.
like? I I really never pictured him to voice that guy.
I know. It's kind of funny, though, because, like, when, during Gears of War, when Marcus Phoenix starts yelling, he sounds exactly like Bender.
I think
I
that's
was
his
sitting there
natural
laughing the
voice.
whole
I
time
think
as
that's
I'm
his natural
saying it.
voice.
Yeah, it's hilarious.
And it's hard to believe that that's the same guy who voiced Waka in Final Fantasy X.
Oh, yeah. I completely forgot about that.
And I think he used the voice of the chef Alzar to do that.
Oh,
I mean, the similarities are there.
yeah. I can see that.
Let's see here. I haven't played any of the Gears of War games myself.
They're also... The Gears of War series is also in my top 5 favorite games.
I had a neighbor. We recently moved. He borrowed Gears of War 2 from a friend of his. I played it a little bit, and it was kind of reminiscent to Contra for me. The way you played it and the enemies. I don't know. That's just me.
I've never played Contra, so I can tell you.
Well, we should.
All right.
I'll have to make sure I get a. Well, yeah, I'll have to put my computer on the TV and we'll have to play it.
All right.
Yeah, it's let's see here, and I guess it's gonna be multiplayer again.
Yep.
I guess you can use the Kinect with that as well.
Oh, I didn't even. Yeah, I heard nothing about that. Like I know that they had the beta thing come out like a couple weeks ago or a month ago or whatever.
Yeah.
And everyone, like all my friends are like every time I go over to a party, they'd be like, "Oh, have you played the Gears of War beta? It's so sick!" And like all this, I'm like, I know nothing about it. I haven't. I've been like so busy with work and everything that like
Yeah.
I don't have time to come home and like read up on games that are coming out.
You just
So
want
I
to
come-
sleep.
No, I come home, pour myself a drink, and sit here and play like Halo or like lately I've been playing Grand Theft Auto 4 because That's
Oh,
another game that I never got around to beating.
um,
So,
speaking of Halo, the Combat Evolved remake. What do you know about it?
I know that 343 Industries is working on it, along with I don't remember the name of the company, but I think it was like a European company.
So, would this come as a surprise to you that you can play the game not only with the current graphics but also with the original graphics?
That will not come to a surprise to me.
Yeah,
That's what I was kind of expecting.
yeah.
So they're basically just going to be using the engine that I'm assuming the Halo Reach engine that Bungie made.
Um, I guess, or maybe it's yeah. Well,
Yeah, I'm assuming Halo Reach engine because that's
yeah.
the most recent one. It's
Yeah.
got, I guess, the best graphics and everything like that.
But
So
yeah, I thought that was pretty neat that you could switch between the current graphics and the original.
yeah,
And basically, they really changed nothing in the game, just the graphics.
yeah. Well, and I'm assuming they're probably also going to be adding in achievements for the 360
Yeah,
stuff like that.
that's a
And
given.
also,
That's a given.
of course, they're going to have to add in the online co-op and then online
Yeah,
multiplayer,
they already
which
got that covered.
that's gonna be cool because I always used to play Halo PC because it was like right after me and my brother and a couple other people we got into Halo. We're like, we need to figure out how we could play online. And it's like they made it for the PC. Let's get that. And so I got it. And we're like, we'd be sitting there just playing. Like we'd play a game, and then like I'd switch off. And my brother would play a game. We'd switch off. And one of our friends would come in and play a game.
Yeah.
We just keep switching back and forth like that. And it was so much fun playing. It was the original Halo, but online with other people that weren't in the
Yeah.
same room as you.
Yeah.
The only downside is if you wanted to talk to someone, you'd have to get something like TeamSpeak or I think was it
Yeah.
Ventrilo? Because I don't think they had
Yeah.
Skype back then.
Um, since they're doing this, do you think they'll remake Halo 2?
I don't know.
Since they already have it for Vista. Um,
Yeah,
but
and that's the only way that you can play Halo 2 online nowadays because Microsoft shut down all
yeah,
the original Xbox Live servers,
yeah,
which kind of sucks. What I really want to see is if someone will make a Crimson Skies 2 or like another Crimson Skies game. Because it was that one airplane like dogfighting game,
hmm.
and that was the
I
game that got like me and all my friends into Xbox Live because
yeah,
back in the day with the original Xbox Live games, when you get a game, it would come with like a 2 month free trial.
yeah,
So we'd always just keep getting new Xbox Live games and plugging in these free trials. But all these other Xbox Live games, we'd never play on Xbox Live. We'd go back to Crimson Skies.
that's
We
cool.
just played that game so much, and it was so much fun because, like, my buddy
Yeah,
Aaron, he'd be over at his house, and he'd be like, he'd call me like, "Dane, you should get on. Let's play some Crimson Skies." And so we jump on Xbox Live and start screwing around. Like other friends would come in and join, and
yeah,
my brother would get on, and it was so much fun. I really want to see someone make another game. I know,
yeah.
like Tom Clancy did that Hawks thing, but it's not.
Actually, it wasn't Tom Clancy himself, but
Yeah,
it's
I
his
know.
brand. But it's not him. I
Yeah,
don't think he really has anything to do with any of that anymore.
I think they base all the games off of like
His
art.
universe, like the
Yeah,
Jack Ryan universe.
yeah, and so then that's why they put his name on the games. But
Yeah,
so, but yeah, that I played a demo for the Hawks game or whatever it was called, and
yeah,
because I really wanted like a cool like fighter plane game or fighter jet game, somewhere you can have dogfights or something like that. And I was like, yeah, this isn't doing it for me. I need like Crimson Skies. So I remember like back in high school, on like the last couple days of school, I'd bring my Xbox in. We'd go in the science room and plug it in the TV, and like we'd go to Taco Bell and get a bunch of tacos and just sit there for hours. That like the last day of school, just playing Crimson Skies. And of course, we'd play Halo for a little while until my science teacher would come in and
Yeah.
yell at us for playing a first-person shooter. So then we'd put in Crimson Skies and play that for the rest of the day. But
Yeah.
yeah,
If there's
but,
a if there's a series that I want revived, it's Shining Force.
yeah, I still have to play that game.
um,
Whichever, I don't even know how many they have.
let's see here. There's the original Camelot series, which is Shining in the Darkness, Shining Force, Force 2, the Game Gear games. Two of them were ported to the Sega CD. Uh, uh, I'll have to email you a list. And let's see here. The last one was for the Sega Saturn, and that was Shining Force 3. Uh, that was actually pretty good. It was a tactical RPG. If you've Have you ever played Final Fantasy Tactics?
Yes.
It's like that, except it's a little different. It's got creatures like centaurs, dwarves, like uh,
So the centaur is like the half
yeah,
human, half horse thing. Okay, yeah,
yeah,
because I've been playing a lot of uh, Fallout New Vegas, and they have like I don't even remember. I think they're called centaurs or whatever. They're like these morphed like blob things that spit like vomit at you or whatever. And so every time I hear that name, that's what I think of.
um, but yeah, it's
I
a
probably sound like a complete idiot because that's probably the wrong name for the creature.
you can rotate the camera around in that game, and you can have it like straight ahead or isometric. I thought that was a pretty cool feature in that one. Then
So,
there's
like when you say straight ahead, so it's basically like kind of looking at like a chessboard
yeah,
to where like your characters, like your players are all in front of
yeah,
you, the enemy players are
and you
across.
can zoom in and out.
Oh, okay.
And let's see here. Okay, that was for the Sega Saturn. Another one that I'm playing right now is Shining Wisdom. That's a or no, Shining the Holy Ark. I'm sorry. Um, that is a first-person dungeon crawler, and what's basically about is this. Uh, you have to save the world from from an evil being.
I kind of see a lot of games go with that same
Yeah,
theme,
it's
saving the
but
world.
it was highly acclaimed for the time. It was, and
Yeah.
I have to admit, it's a pretty good game. Then there was Shining Wisdom, which I already played. That's it's an overhead action adventure game, kind of like The Legend of Zelda.
Oh, okay.
Uh, but yeah, Shining Wisdom. That was actually developed by no. That was developed by Camelot. Um, Working Designs, I think, published it for the North American release.
Oh, okay.
It was a pretty good game. Um, but yeah, I'd like if any of the games that I'd like to see remastered, it would probably be Shining Force 3 because only the first of 3 scenarios were released in North America. That was it.
Oh, wow. That kind of sucks that like there will be all these really cool games that like Japanese developers will come out with and
And
like get so much hype and like
yeah,
publicity and stuff, but
and
they never
then yeah,
released over here in the U.S. And so the only way you can get it is if you get like an actual Japanese system that has whatever. Like I think they use
or
the
an emulator.
yeah or an emulator. Well, I mean like back in the day before
Yeah,
like the internet really got big and they had emulators and stuff like that.
yeah,
You couldn't even get these games. You'd be hearing about them,
yeah. But
but you
there's
couldn't get
nothing
them.
you could do about it
Yeah,
unless you
actually went over to Japan and
yeah,
the system and a game.
yeah.
The guy just spent $5,000 on a video game.
Shh.
That includes airfare, hotel fees.
Mostly airfare.
Yeah,
Most airfare, hotel,
yeah. It took me a
cab
whole week to
rides.
play this game.
And everything after that, um, post Camelot era, like Game Boy Advance games, PlayStation 2 games, everything post Camelot after the Sega Saturn, they weren't really that. Well, the fandom really doesn't like them, but I give them a chance. Some were hits, some were misses.
Well, that tends to happen
Yeah,
throughout like video games.
but
Like
uh,
games just suck. Some are really good.
funny
Just
thing
gotta get
is,
what-
during the Camelot era, I think only 5 games didn't make it to North American shores.
Wow,
But after the Camelot era, only 5 games made it to the United States shores.
nice.
Only 5.
I wonder if they had like a thing about five, the number five.
I,
This tends to be a pattern there.
I remember my early days in Warren Tech. Yeah, the number 5 was an arc number.
Kind of like how the number seven tends to pop up through the Halo series.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see here. So far, there have been, what, 6 games in that series?
In
Yeah, 6 games.
in the Shining series,
No, Halo.
oh Halo,
I think so, 6, yeah.
one.
So your Halo,
Should I
2,
count Halo
3, ODST, Wars, Reach, yeah, that's 6.
Are you counting Halo PC?
No, because that's the same game.
Yeah. Different system.
Yeah.
So wait, hang on. I'm trying. I can't think right now. So Halo 1, Halo 2, Halo 3,
ODST,
ODST.
Reach, and Wars.
Yeah, that's 3 or 6. Fuck, 6.
Yeah.
I should stop drinking.
Let's see here. So, should I consider the remake number 7? Or,
uh,
but it is a remake.
I don't know how that would work. 'Cause
It's an anniversary remake, so possibly.
Is that supposed to come out this year?
Yeah, holiday 2011.
That would 10-year anniversary.
Yep.
Because Halo 1 came out in 2001.
Wasn't that a launch title for the Xbox?
I think so. Yeah, yeah. Because the whole story behind it was Bungie was originally making games for the Mac,
Yeah.
and then Microsoft showed up at like the Mac World Expo where Bungie was showing off the original Halo, which was supposed to be, I think it was a real time strategy game or like a third person game or something like that, and it was. Like, a lot of the stuff still looks the same. Like, in the original Halo, looked the same as it did in their original build for the Mac. But Microsoft saw it and they liked it so much they immediately bought Bungie. And they're like, all right, you're making this for our new system that we're putting out called the Xbox.
This had to have been after Onai.
Yeah, it was. No,
I still can't get over that.
I still never even played the game.
I never played it either, but it still fascinates me that they did that, and then shortly later, Halo.
Yeah. I know nothing about that game. The only thing I know is that
Yeah, Mac, PC, PS2.
yeah, that was like kind of an anime looking thing for the
Yeah.
PS.
Oh,
Pretty
the
much
new
it.
Tomb Raider. The new Tomb Raider.
They're making a new Tomb Raider?
Yeah. And you do know that Square Enix owns Eidos, right?
Yes.
Okay, so Square Enix is doing that. And I guess it's gonna be an origin story for Laura. So she's gonna be very very young. Uh, I think they
With
said
very,
21.
very skimpy clothing.
Not really.
Damn it.
Yeah,
It's
she's.
so-
They stated that she's gonna be 21. Uh,
She's legal to drink.
yep. See here. The the demo that they showed had her stranded on an island and held captive, and she had to make her way out.
Oh, okay.
So
And so it's just going to kind of be like, I'm assuming the way that all the other Tomb Raider games were, where it's kind of like prehistoric puzzle kind of things, I guess. Or like,
yeah,
not really prehistoric, but like ancient puzzles, like in
yeah,
ancient ruins and stuff.
yeah, I
That would be kind of
guess.
cool. Yeah. It's, I don't, I haven't really played that much Tomb Raider. I had, I think, Tomb Raider 3.
I haven't played any Tomb Raider myself.
Yeah, I think I never even made it through the first level of Tomb Raider 3.
I owe it to myself to play at least the first one.
Yeah, I never even I've never even seen the first one or 2. Yeah, well, the only thing I ever really did in Tomb Raider 3 was you had the option of going to Lara Croft's house
Yeah.
and messing around, and so I'd do that. Like, you go to the swimming pool and screw around there, and you could light yourself on fire and then jump in the pool. You could go to the obstacle course, and then when you get to the end of the obstacle course, you get your pistols, and then the butler comes out wearing like an old World War II helmet. And he's using his little serving tray as a shield. And you can shoot him, and like once you shoot him enough, he'll fall over. And then I always try and lock him in the meat locker. Because he
Wow.
follows you around the whole time, and like I guess there are like hidden places that you could go to like on a property, and I never did any of that. I was a little kid when I was playing that, so I
And
don't go
this
back
game
to
was.
like Spyro the Dragon.
Oh, I think the only Spyro game that I played was Spyro 2. That was the only one I played, and I remember I liked it.
Yeah, I played the first Spyro, and then my brother got Spyro 2, but I never played it. I watched him play it, and it was kind of cool looking, but I
Yeah.
never actually got around to playing it.
God, we need to play a lot of games.
I don't know. There's like so many old games that like I don't know what happened in my childhood to where I basically skipped over like a whole like 5 years
Generation.
of, yeah, like a whole like period of playing like new games that have come out. I
Me,
just never played them.
I practically skipped 2 generations of gaming almost because A, not enough money. B, well, actually, B equals A,
No.
not enough money.
I don't even know what I think it was. I was preoccupied with
Eh,
playing the games that I already had.
yeah, me
I
too.
just never actually got around to going and getting new games. And like now, like
I
a couple weeks ago, I was in Best Buy and I was just kind of like walking around and stuff, and I saw they had Crisis 2, and I just earlier that day while I was at work watched a video of some guys doing like an achievement walkthrough on the game, and it looked pretty cool. So I was like, hey, can I just get one of those? So I got it, and I've been playing it, and it's actually really cool. And then like a couple weeks ago, I was there again, and I ended up buying a 3DS.
oh wow.
Yeah, it was just
I don't think I'll ever get one of
spur of
those.
the moment thing.
I'd like to have one, but I don't think I will ever get one.
It's actually pretty cool. It's got a 3D camera on it, so you can take 3D pictures with it. And I guess here, they said it was supposed to be like today, where they were gonna do a system update to where you'd be able to do the which that's retarded the way that they did this. To where like
That's Nintendo for you.
yeah, they build all this stuff like this software into the thing. Like they have a web browser on it, and I just clicked on it right here, and it says the internet browser will be enabled later through a system update. For details, visit support.nintendo.com. It's like you already have all the software built into the thing. Why isn't it working? Why do we have to wait for you to come out with the system update? And the same things with being able to use the Nintendo e-store or whatever it is.
Yeah.
So you can buy like older titles.
Yeah, the Virtual Console.
Yeah, and I was trying to do that like this weekend, and it's like, oh yeah, that's supposed to be enabled through the update. I guess it's supposed to come out today or whatever. And it's like, you say all this stuff is built into the system on your website when you're trying to get people to buy it, but once you buy it and you're trying to do that, it's not there. It's like it's there, but we're not gonna let you do it. We're gonna tell you when you can actually do this. I was so mad. I don't know why this stuff makes me so mad, but I was just sitting there. I was reading this.
I don't
and
blame you, man.
I was like, it's there. You're not letting us do it. What's the logic behind this? Like, you want more people to buy this. If people are gonna figure out that,
Yeah.
like, because one person's gonna buy it and like, oh, they're not
it
letting
doesn't have any features.
yeah. It's like, I'm going to post something online. Then other people are going to see that. It's like, oh, I was going to go buy a 3DS, but I see this. I'm not going to buy one now.
As
like,
long as the person isn't angry about it. Like, if they're constructive about it and polite.
The thing is, I'm trying to figure out like Nintendo's logic behind this. Cause,
money. It prints money.
well, it's still not making any sense to me, because it's like you're basically saying, oh yeah, all this stuff's there, but we're not letting you do it. It's like when you tell someone that, like, you go up and be like, oh, here's this cool thing, it's got all these features, but I'm not going to let you use those features until I feel like you're ready to use them. It's like, well, I don't even want the thing now. What the hell's the point of it? It's like, why don't you just, all the stuff's there, why don't you just...
You know what that puts in my mind? Those commercials for that one bank, and they have these two different kids. One has this great thing, and another has something else that's lame, like paper cut out of like a car or something. Yeah. That's what that reminds me of.
I don't... It's hard to understand the logic behind this, because it just makes no sense.
Money.
Why a big company like Nintendo would actually do that. Because it literally comes down to, here's this cool thing with all these cool features.
But you can't use it.
That are built into it, but we're not going to let you use it. It's like...
We're greedy that way.
That just makes no sense. So, okay, I'm gonna stop ranting on that. So I'm gonna actually try and download this update right now, so I can download some games.
Good luck. I've been having some problems of my own over here. PSN has been down for a while. Recently got back up. They
actually finally got it back up?
Yeah. Nice. They're offering they're offering people like a couple of free games for PS3, PSP. So I tried to get one free game using a memory stick that I already had in the PSP, and I guess about halfway through the download, the memory stick decides to croak.
Oh, god damn it.
So I try to reformat it in my PC, and it doesn't want to do anything.
So the memory stick's basically just fried.
Yeah, it's...
Oh, god damn it. I have to deal with that on a daily basis at my office. Because we use the normal SDHC memory cards for all our video footage. Like all our cameras
Yeah.
now, they shoot all our footage directly onto those. I get one of those that has no footage. It's supposed to have footage on it. Like sometimes I can actually see all the video files right there, but it won't let me add it. And I try to transfer it onto the server, and it's like, we can't transfer this. These files are in use. It's like, by what? It's an external memory unit that I just plugged into an
Yeah.
external memory card reader. How is this in use? Is what, God using it? How? I don't get it, and it just drives me insane. I'm sitting there like freaking out, and like my coworkers can hear me sitting there. Like, God damn it, son of a bitch! And so finally I get up, I walk into my boss. I'm just like, this memory card. I can see video files on there, but it's not working. Like
It's there, but it's not there.
yeah, and so she sends me to our tech guy, and he's like, okay, let me take a look at this. And he's like, oh, that's weird. He's like, just messing around with it. I'm like,
Dude,
am I
it's
going to
not
be able
gonna
to
work.
get this stuff off of here? Just goodbye? What? I don't...
Yeah, another thing that I had problems with was my external hard drive. Been having problems with that.
What is it with external media that, like
Yeah.
external storage devices that just, they don't want to work?
Well, this one's an older hard drive.
That explains it.
Yeah, I was trying to do something with it, and all of a sudden, I just like it didn't really shut down. It just Windows kind of like uninitialized it, so I had to reinitialize it and reformat it, and that was a pain.
Yeah,
Like sticking
I
a
deal with
fork in
that
your
stuff on
eye.
daily basis too.
Uh, you know what they should have done with the PSP instead of the memory sticks? They should have put in like an internal flash drive or something, and just use the USB port to transfer stuff. Like
Well, I remember there was this one
64,
company,
64 gigabytes of memory. That ought to do it.
like back when the PSP first came out. I remember there was this one company that offered a actual hard drive attachment that I guess you'd basically unhook the back case of where the memory stick would go or something like that. I don't remember where it connected to, but it was basically like this thing that stuck off like a couple centimeters or whatever from the back thing, and it was just like this giant thing compared to like the PSP system. It was just this giant box that was stuck on the back side of it, and it was only 4 gigabytes. And I'm like,
4?
yeah, and I remember when the Memory Stick Pro Duos or whatever were first coming out. They had the original like 1 gigabyte card, which was the biggest one that you could ever get, and people were going crazy over it. And I was like, I want to like, because I used this thing to put music on. I listened to music while I was at school, and so I was like, I'll go get one of these. It was $130.
Yeah, and
A 1 gigabyte memory stick, and now you can get a like 8 gigabyte one for like $20. And I'm just like, I still have this thing too. It still works perfectly fine, but
yeah.
And I paid $130 for this thing that's worth probably like $10 now.
Yeah, when I got this PSP, it came with Assassin's Creed Bloodlines and a code to download Angels and Demons, and that was bigger than the memory stick that I was provided with. So what did I have to do? Get another one.
And I had to deal with that same thing too today at work. Because like we have the new Canon 7D cameras. We have a couple of those that like we film local things on.
Yeah.
I'll actually send those off on like our main shoots. When I was going, I logged a bunch of the footage from one of those and did a whole log and transfer thing through Final Cut.
Okay.
And when I did that, the video files were bigger than the original video files from the card. when I'm trying to back up the video files that I just logged, they're too big to fit back on the card. I have a
How,
32 gigabyte SDHC memory card.
how does that happen?
It's just the formats that they were
Yeah, the
transferred.
formatting and the codecs.
And the thing that sucks is since we actually do stuff for like actual television networks,
Yeah.
we have to do stuff in like everything for an actual episode has to be the same video codec.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it kind of gets messed up and looks weird and all sorts of stuff, and then it pisses the networks off, and they get mad at us, and
Yeah.
shit hits the fan. So, yeah, I basically deal with shit all day.
Ugh.
So,
So we've been talking about random stuff,
yeah. Start off with E3 stuff, and
then talked about random stuff, and then talked a little bit more about E3 stuff, and then more random stuff.
so to get back on track, is there any other cool stuff that you saw at E3? Or
Let's see here. They were still talking about Star Wars Connect. I think that's been in development since.
all of that, the one where basically like you do the lightsaber fighting thing?
Yeah, but it's they built it up more so that it's more of a story than just the sword fighting.
Okay, yeah, because that's what like
I guess last time I saw it was about this time last year when they introduced the Kinect.
yeah, I'm waiting for Star Wars: The Old Republic. It's that new MMO or whatever.
Yeah,
I'm not really big in MMOs.
and neither am I.
I occasionally would play. Um, was it Eve Online, that spaceship one?
Mm.
Just because it was kind of cool that it was all about like flying spaceships and stuff like that, and it has like a whole economy inside there too, where certain regions like minerals are more valuable there, and
Yeah.
I thought that was kind of cool. But I'd only play it for like a month at a time, and then quit. And I still get the emails like, "Hey, reactivate your character." And I'm like,
No.
"No, fuck you." And one of my other friends, he tried to get me to play World of Warcraft. Like, I know I'm not going to say anything bad about it. It's just not for me. Probably people that are listening out there that are really big Warcraft fans. I don't hate it. But I played the 7-day or 10-day trial or whatever it was, and I was like, yeah, it's
That's
all
it.
right.
That's enough.
Yeah, but it's just not for me, and so I'm going to give Star Wars: The Old Republic a chance. Just because I'm
I
a Star Wars fan. So
last time I played an MMO was Ultima Online Renaissance, and I played maybe 10 minutes of that, and no.
10 minutes and he quit.
Yeah.
How long ago was that when Ultima came out?
God, a long time ago.
I remember there was one that back way before G4, before G4 was ever thought
Yeah.
of, there was a network called Tech TV.
Yeah. I think I saw some of that at well, was it at Warren Tech? I don't remember.
But yeah, before Attack of the Show, there was another show called The Screensavers.
Yeah. Oh
And
yeah.
I used to watch that show all the time. And they had, there was one episode when they had like some guy from a developer on there. He was talking about a new MMO. This was like before I even knew what an MMO was. And he was just like, yeah, it's just this big, like,
Oh, wow.
online game where you build your own spaceship and you know fly around with a whole bunch of other people all over the world who are playing at the exact same time as you, and the universe is always expanding. And it was this game called Earth End Beyond, and it looked so cool. And I was like, I gotta go get that. And so the day it came out, I went down to a place that doesn't exist anymore called Media Play.
Oh, I remember Media Play. I
Yeah,
went there
that
all the
was-
time.
That was my favorite place. And
Yeah.
they went out of business. And
Yeah, I got one of my strategy guides from Media Play.
I got my.
Oh no. More than one of them. I got like 4 of them. I was
Yeah,
like,
I got my first electric guitar from there. I used to buy games there all the time,
yeah.
CDs.
I went there and I just walked around.
Yeah, it was. I'd go there and just walk around all the time too, and
Yeah.
just look at stuff. But
I got
yeah, I went and got that Earth and Beyond game,
I
and
got all my Mystery Science Theater 3000 tapes from there.
nice. Yeah, so I went and bought the game and brought it back. I was trying to install on my laptop. I had this brand new Windows XP laptop. It was some Dell or whatever. It was like the best thing you could get. I'm trying to install. I was probably maybe a year old at that time, but to me, it was still the best thing I ever had. Because I'd always wanted a laptop, and that was the first laptop I ever got. I'm sitting there
Nice.
trying to install, and like I keep getting errors. Like, I'm sorry, we can't install this game on your laptop. There's some unknown error or whatever. I'm like, shit. And so the game ended up going in a box for a while, and then a few years later, I ended up finding it. And by that time, I had a whole new computer that I built myself. Like, I'm gonna put this in and actually check it out. I put the game in, install it, like spend. I think it was like 3 hours installing it. It was I don't remember how many discs it was.
Wow.
It was still on CDs, like
Yeah.
because it came out like before they were putting games on DVDs.
Yeah.
And so I installed the whole thing. I'm like getting ready to do it, and then like they have a whole news thing right there, right when you boot it up. And it's like news about the game or whatever. And then the very first news article is, "Thank you for playing." And the whole I read the thing. It's like, "Thank you for these great years of continued support, but we had to shut down the servers." Like, son of a bitch! I was so mad that I saw this game years ago that looked so cool.
Do you still
And
have it?
I still have it.
You could
I've never
probably find
played.
a private server and play on it.
Yeah, that's true. I never even thought of that because I did that with Fantasy Star Online also.
Yeah, you could do that with Phantasy Star Universe on PC too.
Nice. That'd be cool.
And,
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna look for that. 'Cause that'd still be fun to play, even though
yeah.
it's probably got shitty graphics compared to stuff that we have now.
Yeah. Speaking of that, I just cracked out my NES and hooked it up. I don't know if you saw my Mike Tyson's Punch Out uploads, but yeah. I,
I don't think I got a chance to watch those yet. Yeah, I'll check those out.
I used your intro.
Oh, nice.
And then ding 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 ding.
Nice. Yeah, there's this band called Judgment Day, and they do
Have you ever watched that show, Judgment Day, with Tommy
yep,
Tallarico and forgot who
yeah.
else?
Victor Lucas.
Victor Lucas.
Yep.
Oh,
I used to follow him on Twitter when I still had a Twitter account.
um, let's see here. There was another show. It was just all about like video game like trailer teasers. It was just like a half hour of those.
Um,
I think it had
wasn't it Cinema Play?
Cinema Play. You know, it might have been that, but I think it had more like of a Japanese title or something.
Yeah, I don't remember exactly what it was. That
But
was
yeah,
like back in the day when I'd turn my TV on like in the morning when I wake up.
I'd watch
It
that
was
like all. I'd watch that channel all day, and then it became
yeah,
G4
there was
TV, and
always
then
something entertaining on because it was basically just all about video games.
yeah,
And I was just like,
and
I
then
TV on
it's
with it,
and
and it
then
was,
it slowly became
yeah.
nothing.
Now it's like one of those bro channels where it's all like
Yeah,
bro stuff.
yeah.
And there's
There's
barely any video game stuff on there now. It's like, well, they
like
completely
I
thrown
think
that.
X Play and what was that other one? Attack of the Show. Those are the only two shows that are existing on it now.
Yeah,
Everything else is
like
unrelated.
simulated stuff. Like they have cops.
Yeah,
Why
cops,
the they got
cheaters.
cops on it? I fucking hate that show. It drives me insane.
See your cops, cheaters, Star Trek.
I'll still watch that. Watch Star Trek.
Uh, what else? But yeah,
And then the Ultimate Ninja Warrior. I watched that show too.
Eh. DirecTV doesn't have G4.
No.
I think it's a good thing, really.
Well, yeah, I mean, it would have been
You know what
such
I'd like to see,
years
though?
ago.
An entire channel devoted to game trailers. That would be
Probably do that.
that
You'd
would
have
be
to
an
get in, like,
excellent
some old
channel.
ones, though, too.
That would be an excellent channel. Like isn't it like a weekly thing that game trailers has a special on Spike?
Yeah, I think so. I don't. They might. Either a weekly or a monthly thing. I don't remember.
Yeah, I used to visit GameTrailers.com for a while, and then I just kind of lost interest.
Yeah. If I like, I listen to a bunch of podcasts, so whenever hear like someone talking about some cool game that they saw or whatever, then I'll go watch a trailer on it and check it out. But I don't like actively go out and
Yeah,
seek new games to look at.
yeah.
'Cause I don't really have that much time anymore to sit down and like try and get.
Do that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know about you, but I'm getting a little tired.
Yeah, I gotta go to bed so I can go to work in the morning again and deal with more shit.
Yep. Alright, so thank you guys for listening to this. Maybe we can make it a regular.
Maybe we could do a podcast.
Yeah.
Yes, it's technically a podcast.
I don't know. Got a little background. So,
Yeah.
picture background, so I don't
Yeah.
know. So maybe I can record my E3 shows, and maybe I can try to send them to you.
All right. Well, I can't really edit anything since my.
Well, I'll be doing it since I've got software for that.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. 'Cause my editing computer is down for the count right now.
that sucks. All right. So thank you guys for listening, and stick around for another one, maybe.
Yeah, I'm down to do this again.
All right. Later.
See ya.